Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to Manga Panel. I'm here with Key up above me,
Yup.
Bo,
What's going on, guys?
and Aiden.
Hello.
And I'm Trent. So let's kick this off. We had an exciting week. Do you want to talk about the new series this week?
We'll
Start it off?
we'll run kind of do a little run through the rankings. But before we run through the rankings, I just wanna it's come to our attention, so we have to bring this up as an emergency. That our last two episodes may have had some false information regarding the rankings in Weekly Shonen Jump. Basically, me and Trent were just so crazily inspired by Witch Watch that we decided to spread some misinformation, just a tiny bit. Basically, rankings that we talked about last week when we were like, oh, for instance, like we were talking about Blue Box, we're like, man, it's crazy low. That's weird. That chapter is good. That doesn't matter. The magazine is based off of like placement of chapters and not like the actual official ranking. We will see there's kind of like a shift. It's just a general idea of how the series is doing. But again, if it has a color page, it's not doing bad. So I just want to say shout out. Someone kindly corrected us in the comments, just so we're not continuing to run around with the wrong ideas. But yeah, rankings aren't entirely incorrect, but nor were the way we were talking about them being correct, because the most recent chapter isn't indicative of the rankings that we're
Yeah,
looking
shout
at.
out Ginga was the commenter on the last one.
Appreciate it.
Something else that we brought up, we're like, man, this is a really good chapter for like Doron, but it's still ranking low. So that kind of conclusion is not the right conclusion to make. It's more accurate to be like Doran's ranking low. It has been for a while, so it's still in danger, but that chapter didn't really impact its ranking that much because we don't know.
And we won't know till a little bit later, but we can get a general idea of how a series has been doing recently based off of the placement / ranking of the magazine. Other than that, that's about it.
Yep.
So yeah, speaking of the rankings, we still have One Piece, Jujutsu Kaisen, Sakamoto Days at the front of the magazine, as well as Roboco, Aliens Area, Mashle, Blue Box, and PPP, as well as Akane-Banashi, still in the first 10 spots of the magazine.
Elusive Samurai fallen off.
Elusive Samurai
For some reason.
gone.
Boy who's running away,
Yeah, the boy is good at running away is down all the way like in the 13th in the magazine. Super Smartphone is finally kind of fallen out of the top 10. And then Witch Watch down low, High School Family Kokosei, all of our gag manga bundling up together. And then Doron Dororon, Earthchild, and last but apparently least in the magazine, Undead Unluck, with Earthchild just right before it, which is crazy. So we'll get into that more as we go in the episode, but which is just super interesting. But we've got a brand new series this week, which is super exciting. So let's talk about Ruri Dragon.
It's pretty good.
Bo, you want to start us off? You read the one shot. You read the one shot, so you want to start us off?
Yeah, I read the one shot a week or two ago when the serialization was announced, and I liked it. I still like it. This first chapter doesn't really change anything from that. We just have this new girl named Ruri. I like how, once again, I mentioned this, I think. I don't know if it was on the podcast or if I was just talking to you guys, but everything is just kind of said matter-of-factly. Like, the mom is... No one's surprised by anything happening. They're just like, oh, yeah, she has one.
Yeah.
It's another
She's-
fucking
she's
day in Japan.
Which is
Yeah, just another day in Japan.
yeah, which is crazy interesting because I feel like we're being teased at an interesting world where people aren't like crazily phased, but at the same time they are like
They're still interested in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like, which is curious, because like it just seems like it's gonna be a really fun series. I like the character Ruri.
Yeah.
She's awesome. The setup is funny and an interesting premise. It was pretty much the same as the one shot, but at the same time it's very different. If you were very interested by this chapter of Ruri Dragon, I'd almost recommend checking out the one shot to maybe get a little bit more of an idea of what the series will be.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, it was.
That-
it was a
I
fun
don't
chapter.
know if we should spoil the one shot, I guess,
No.
because that's probably going to end up being plot spoilers, but the ending of the one shot is probably going to be the entire plot of the series, I assume.
I almost could see it being the case.
Yeah. They also introduce she actually has a friend, I forget her name. That the friend wasn't in the one shot,
Yeah,
so
the
like
friend wasn't
we're
in
setting
the
up
one shot.
more like side characters and stuff,
Yeah.
and I think it's a strong first chapter.
I thought it was.
Yeah, I agree.
Super adorable.
It's kind of in the same boat as Aliens Area, where I'm excited to see where it goes. Where but I feel like compared to some other newer series, not a lot happened in the first chapter, which is
Yes, that's horns. That's what happened. And to breathe fire at one point. Like,
fire.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting the fire breath thing. That really surprised me.
That's a really cool panel where she like catches the student in front of her with fire.
Well, she in the one shot she did it at a window, so I like this way better when she's in the classroom, burns the back of someone's head.
There's also way more blood in this than the one shot.
Yeah, there was a lot of blood.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about Ruri Dragon really. I mean, I thought it was kind of interesting. Definitely not my favorite thing to come out. I kind of enjoyed Alien's Area a little bit more. Maybe I'm just not like super interested in like the cutesy kind of stuff, especially not when it comes to like shonen magazine kind of stuff, because it's not really what I'm here for. But
no, for sure.
I don't know. I guess I'm in the same boat as Trent. I'll just see where it goes, like Alien's Area, because it's still just the first chapter. Not a whole lot to go off of. The art's good. That's all I got.
Yeah, the art's really good.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing was comparing it to Alien's Area, which obviously we talked about last week. Alien's Area instantly set up a ton of stuff that they can do. This, they only really set up like, oh, who's the father, basically.
Yeah, basically.
That's it. We don't know anything else. We know nothing.
Like finding out your genetics.
You are the father.
Yeah, exactly. But
like.
Yeah. But like almost polar opposite to Key, I found it quite enjoyable that it was so cutesy. Like I feel like it's just like a nice little
that's
cherry
you,
on top.
I know that you like the cutesy stuff. You are so into cutesy stuff. I knew you'd like this kind of shit.
Yeah,
it
was like exactly. It's like you go from like a teeth gritting battle in Jujutsu Kaisen and this like super adorable. Like,
I read this after reading Elusive Samurai.
Oh, okay, it's like a cushion in between like fighting scenes and stuff. Right. In that regard, how do you guys read the magazine? Like, whenever you open up the app, do you just go like one at a time, left to right, or whatever, or do you? Yeah, I kind of just make it so that I read all the like series that have been going on for a while. Then I start reading like the newer stuff last, so that's fresher in my memory. You know. I
actually tend up going through the order of all the news, like just exactly how it's placed. So I'll just go through that way. But I used to just pick whatever I wanted. I was like, I really want to read Rich Watch first today, so I'd do that.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how I'm feeling.
Yeah, something I used to do that as well, but then I noticed like I would forget to read certain series every week, and then I'd have to catch back up.
Yeah.
So I had to stop doing that.
Yeah.
No. So Ruri Dragon's great, off to a great start. Really cute. There isn't too much to be really said about it. I feel like it kind of has to.
It's a lot of talking.
First. Yeah,
it's a lot of talking. It's one of those series that like I felt the same way when I was reading Spy Family last year. Mm-hmm. If this ever gets an anime, that's going to be big.
Oh yeah.
The manga itself probably not as much.
No, for sure.
You put a character that's super cute on the front of like an anime, and it's going to sell because cosplayers are going to go nuts for it.
Absolutely.
You already know.
And it's such an easy cosplay to do too.
Yeah. Oh,
just like Power or Makima or
it's
just super easy to cosplay, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, with that,
I guess it's time to talk about Undead Unluck.
Go for it.
Nikki, tell us what the hell happened here.
Why is it at the back of the magazine? Explain.
All right, so for this chapter, I mean, I kind of understand because right now we're in the middle of a fight. It was after that big twist happened last chapter. Not like a major twist, but it was like a character that was like kind of important to like the good guys, right? But now there's like this big twist. He's working for the bad guys now, and the fight's just going on now. It's not anything incredibly spectacular. We're getting a little backstory on why he's doing this, but other than that, nothing too major. So I kind of understand why it's at the bottom. Doesn't mean it's doing bad, but it's definitely.
It doesn't mean it's doing good.
It definitely was not the most high point of this magazine like this week for sure.
Yeah, no,
so.
It is definitely alarming to see a series with 114 chapters in the very, very back, like
right.
Yeah, but this is going off of like 7 chapters ago or something, right? Yeah. So I'm just trying to think. 7 chapters ago, we got a pretty freaking crazy fight. So I'm just not sure why that would be. But oh well.
Undead Unluck's been pretty low for a while. It's just so. Like, it's under new series that aren't performing very well.
You see it at the very bottom.
Bottom behind Earthchild and Doron is, like, really surprising to me.
Yeah, which is concerning because, again, these are new series. So,
Right.
and
I
it just
think
means that they're just slightly edging out Undead. And I feel like that's all it is.
It's also like these are series that we've voiced concerns about like in weeks prior. So like it being behind new series that we've also are concerned about is like weird in and of itself.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's been running for a long time, getting beat out by stuff that's not even performing well and is new, so it doesn't have like a dedicated fan base.
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like I can't speak for the entire people that like read this, but when it comes to Undead Unluck, I think that its strongest points are when it focuses on its two main characters, which are Undead and Unluck, Andy and Fuko, right?
Yeah.
Right now, Fuko's not in the picture. She's off doing something else. So when it's just Andy, I feel like when they aren't there to like kind of bounce off each other with like their commentary or whatever, it just doesn't work as well. And that's also another point where they kind of wrote in this new character not that long ago who was like a fill-in for Fuko a little bit. Just some snot-nosed kid, right? It didn't make a whole lot of sense for them to be there, and now they're not even really there anymore in this chapter. So, it definitely needs to work on like just getting up to that point again as quickly as possible.
No, seriously, like it's definitely concerning if they're doing things that are almost just hurting it. And obviously, like we're far out from a serialization meeting currently, but if it stays like this, you never know what could happen.
It could end, like I said, it's still at that point where it could end like in the next like 10, 15 chapters. So
which is crazy. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe they were kind of given the.
Maybe
we'll see. We'll see. And I guess we're good to jump over to Earthchild.
Someone else take the floor.
I guess the start of the chapter definitely made me think that they're going to do a time skip.
Yeah.
With the narration from Mamoru.
Yeah.
Right. And it showed like an older, I forget her name, the lady in the International Space Station.
Yeah.
But like she was aged up. So like it seemed like it was Mamoru talking to her when they're older.
Yeah.
So I mean, the end of the chapter kind of made it seem like there's going to be one more try to save Kareri, but
the beginning of the chapter made me feel like that's gonna be.
It really made it feel like she was going to die, and then it was going to be about Mamoru in the future dealing with that.
Yeah. So like, and he talks about like his dad made a choice, and he's just glad that he didn't regret it. So it's like, it's gonna be interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen. The end of the chapter was really exciting. This was a really enjoyable chapter. I was like, okay. All right, Earthchild, I see you. Like I was genuinely moved by this chapter. So like, I'm curious to see where this goes from here.
If they kill her off, bro, I
swear. Dude, I think I'm almost scared that they're not even just gonna kill off her, but also oh my god, I can't remember.
Riske.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say. Like, there's two outcomes here. You save Kareri and the series ends, or you kill them both and Mamoru becomes the main character in a time skip. I feel like it's ranking so low that like I feel like the author might be scared. And they're just like, let's try something out here. Because like I don't know. For me, I was enjoying the series for like the first 10 chapters, and like it's still good, but
it's definitely it has its ups and downs, and I think depending on where this goes from here, we'll be very very much make the verdict on whether it's going to go well or not.
I think this moment could set a foundation for either a really good series continuing on, or like one that just continues to place at the bottom of the magazine and isn't super interesting.
I think you guys already talked about this. Sorry to cut you off, Trent. I just wanted to say, like, I think that this is end up going to be like one of the shorter ones. Like, doesn't go for too long. It doesn't overstay its welcome, like you guys were saying last week. I'm starting to see that a little bit more now, and I'm kind of hoping that's the case because I think it's like one of those short and sweet stories that just goes for like a couple volumes and then ends.
I could see that being. I could see it being like 50 chapters, and then
I was gonna say, how long is Astra? Like 40 chapters.
Yeah, no,
Astra's
like
Astra, 50.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'd be okay with this being a short series.
Yeah. No. I'm. There's a lot of questions left with this chapter, but it was like also good. Like it was like, okay, I was like, because I've had some problems with Earthchild, and I was like, okay, I hear you. This is good. This is really good. So hopefully it keeps it up, and it kind of keeps itself just afloat enough to have a concrete ending. It's kind of my hope there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Doron.
Yeah.
It's just wrapped up the
continuing.
Yeah, it kind of started off on a new arc. It almost feels like it was setting up a new arc, so it makes me hopeful that maybe it's going on for a little bit longer. But
yeah, well, first off, it's not sitting in the very back, and after Shogumaru and Ayashimon went, we were sure that's where it would have been.
Yeah.
But no, to our surprise. And actually, I was very, very interested by this little arc here. And what it set up at the end of it. I felt like it was cool. You had a confrontation with someone who's clearly far superior. That was just that was interested. I was like, this is cool.
I'm glad they didn't hang on Dosan too long. Dosan.
No, they just got
they just got rid of him.
Killed him.
I think I mentioned this last week. I mean, with they do serialization meeting every 3 months.
I think it's every 3 months,
something like that. So I think this is safe for at least 10 more chapters. And hopefully by that point it can really find its footing. I think it is getting there. They wrote out the other girl. The new girl's way better.
So much better.
It is getting better. Yeah. I think they might be able to save it.
Yeah, I think this could kind of pull through. It has its really strong moments. It definitely suffers on the weaker end of a shonen, but when it has really powerful moments, it's good. It's really, really good, which is exciting.
The main character gave his little shonen protagonist spiel, he's my partner and we're doing this character because we're friends, not because we're using each other. This is a shonen, but I'm still here for it. I'll flip on the page every single week.
It's good.
I could keep reading stuff like this all the time, but as for how long it'll last, man, please don't last too much longer than Ayashimon, because I really miss that series.
God, I wish we had Ayashimon to talk about every week.
God, I wish I was talking about Ayashimon instead of Doron, but alright.
It seems like hopefully it'll hold through. It's still the bottom 3. But you never know. We'll kind of start to see the effects of this. Wait, go for it, Trent. Any thoughts on Doron?
Talk on Doron, bro. What do you share your thoughts with the class?
Oh, I thought you thought I was talking. No, it was pretty. Like I said, I was super excited by the ending. Kind of just seeing where it's going to go with the new girl. I can never remember her name.
Naotoro.
Yeah, Naotoro. And kind of cute moment at the end. Cute moment at the end with Kusanagi and her.
Fangirls.
Yeah.
No, and then the
and
final
Doron standing there what the hell is happening?
Yeah. I think it's funny.
Dora, not Dora.
Yeah.
All right.
The final panel was adorable.
I think it's funny that the main character's name is Dora, like Dora the Explorer.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I feel bad for saying this, but I said it last week. If you guys really need help figuring out characters and stuff, what I'm starting to do is pull up the wiki page just to look.
Yeah. We're literally reading
readily available.
When we're all caught up, we'll literally be reading 20 different series a week.
Getting a little bit ahead of myself, but I caught up on Elusive Samurai this week, and dude, it is so hard to keep track of what's going on in the series.
Especially, yeah. It's nuts. Doron, I'm hoping good things from you. Please don't get canceled anytime soon. But someone's got to take the axe to the head, so we'll see.
Especially if Hunter x Hunter is coming back, and Black Clover when it comes back from break.
How does that work, Aiden? You might know. When Black Clover went on hiatus, did they introduce a new series at that time, or has it just been an absence in the magazine?
I think it was just an absence. I think it's just they hold they've been holding Hunter x Hunter's spot for years.
Right.
They're
Hunter it's still technically in the magazine. It's just
break.
If literally
3 years.
If at any point Togashi's all right, I've got a chapter ready for next magazine, they'll be okay, it's in.
Okay.
I'm 90% sure that's how it works.
It's the king has spoken. Put the chapter in the magazine.
Yeah, and I think Black Clover and obviously One Piece would get that. If they went on hiatus for a long time due to sickness or whatever reason, and they were just to come back immediately, bam.
Wasn't JJK on hiatus like last summer for a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was for a whole month.
They don't I feel like they just don't get taken out of serialization. They won't get axed.
Yeah. There's also. It's not like the shonen Weekly Shonen Jump doesn't have like something where there's always 20 things running, or there's no rule where there's constantly this amount of series running. So if something goes on hiatus, they're not scrambling to fill that role. It's
It's just a lighter magazine at that point.
Yeah, it's just like it's just a little bit thinner. It's a little bit less meaty.
It's 20 pages thinner.
Yeah,
that's what I make sure. Yeah.
No, for sure. Yeah, and then Key, you want to kick us off with High School Family Kokosei?
Oh yeah, I'm all about High School Family Kokosei. No.
Just another funny chapter. Kokosei is great. They're having this arc with the cat, which is just hilarious. It's actually insane. It's a gag manga. There's nothing really I can say too much. It's enjoyable. Definitely give it a watch.
Yeah.
You want to explain the joke of this chapter?
The cat's gone gangster. That's literally that's.
Are you for real?
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Wait, so does he have like the?
He doesn't have a pompadour, but he walks around with a gangster jacket.
Oh my god!
Insane.
That's hype. I love that.
Yeah,
I will say, after finishing Elusive Samurai, I was like, all right, I'm not reading any gag manga. So I'm like 20 chapters into High School Family.
Nice.
I've never read a gag manga before. It's okay.
Damn, I'm still the only one that's reading Roboco.
Roboco will be the last gag manga I read.
Damn you, humans.
And then the best manga in the magazine, Witch Watch. Let's talk about Witch Watch. Trent, I want to hear.
I really hope you like this gag because it's a two-parter.
It is a two-parter gag.
It is a two-parter. So if you don't like this gag already, you're like, God damn it!
Another week with this gag.
Another week of long nails, long hair,
long nails, long
neck,
hair, long neck, and long arm.
Yeah.
They made a which I thought was like I swear there was amped up for a One Piece reference. I was like, oh, there's gonna be a One Piece reference.
No, they're too focused on him making the hat joke.
They made
jokes on you. It's actually an Aliens Area reference.
No, they went for a Howl's Moving Castle reference and a Wolverine reference long before a One Piece one.
What's the Howl's Moving Castle one?
The Witch of the West or the Witch of the Waste.
Oh wait, they really just straight up. Okay.
Yeah, which is
that's
crazy,
cool.
Which is funny. It was just like I was like, oh, they're gonna make a One Piece joke. I'm sure. No, they made a Howl's joke, which was funny.
That's hype. I'm excited about that.
And Wolverine, which was like crazy that Wolverine was the other joke. It's funny. I enjoyed it. It's not like
it was a better chapter than I was expecting because it immediately did two things in Witch Watch that I never liked, which is haha funny Nico spell. And then the fucking student council. So them doubling, and then they doubled down on it too with making it a two-parter. So I was like, man, this is a recipe for disaster. But I actually enjoyed it. It actually got a chuckle out of me, which usually those chapters don't.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I think it's funny. I think he's really found his solid footing for like his formatting. It's like I feel like Witch Watch now is way better than like early Witch Watch.
I'm super happy they didn't bring up in the other student council.
Oh no,
I do like the president.
Yeah,
like,
the president.
He's funny enough, but
I just got to that part where the student council president too.
Yeah,
like I just started reading it this week.
Voodoo chapters.
And also just like got up to that point where they introduced the vampire and he joined the squad, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. Let's talk about Elusive Samurai now. God, 13.
Good boy.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. I was like, what a crazy chapter name. Just God.
1335. Yeah, so Elusive Samurai has been really good, and I thought this was a really sweet chapter. Bo, you're freshly caught up. You want to bring those fresh thoughts to the table, aside for...
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I mentioned this earlier. My biggest issue with the series is that it's hard for me to follow like exactly what's going on sometimes.
Right.
And like I think once this becomes an anime, and it will become an anime, it's gonna be awesome because they're gonna have like the narration and like it's gonna be great. Reading a manga, and to be fair, I was binging it very fast in bed, so maybe it's partly my fault. But I thought
the podcast.
yeah, I was getting caught up for the podcast. I thought this chapter was honestly really good. It was cool to see Yorishige fight, fighting Ogasawara, the eyeball dude.
Yeah, big eyeball man.
Big eyeball man.
Big eyeball man.
I thought. I mean, the past 3 chapters have been really good with Tokiyuki killing Shokan. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I think it's just a really consistent series all around. For me.
Like, also, you say you struggle with the names. I I know
I've
none
never
of those
known a
names.
name.
I'm like,
Name.
like.
Well, I think that goes to Yusue's. I forget his last name. The art style is so good because you can tell who it is just by looking at it.
Yes, which is good.
You don't need to know the name.
Yeah.
Eyeball, dude. You all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Which is cool because everyone stand out that way. But yeah, no, I like this is definitely one of those chapters where like they talked a bit about tactical war like strategies.
Right.
Lost me. I'm like I'm looking at Fire Emblem gameplay right now. Like I'm like
dude.
huh? But like again, like it's still enjoyable with that.
I mean, all right. So this is when it comes to Elusive Samurai, I know that you guys keep on saying getting lost because of like the tactical like military stuff and like the graphs and the maps. But that shit's what I like used to be into a lot. My dad used to set me up with like these games that were all based on strategy, like StarCraft or Stronghold. They're PC browser games where you build up forces and you send them out.
I've never once played a Civilization.
Oh, Civilization's great too, dude. I used to play those games all the time, so just seeing that stuff pull up, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like bread and butter. All right, I know about this stuff.
That's sweet.
And I think it's great that there's like a strategy manga out there. There's combat moments, so you get that shonen fight scenes, and that's all really great. But then you also have like these people that are like figureheads commanding these forces, and like they have to really be smart about how they do this. It's just feudal Japan, like at its height during a time of war. It's great.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's just definitely like I get confused by it, and I feel like a lot of people, but there definitely is an audience for it. And
for sure.
And it's clearly working out.
Yeah.
Dude, I got so into this that actually straight up for this I never pre-order volumes, but I pre-ordered Elusive Samurai Volume 1. Like that shit's coming. It's great. Yeah.
And I will say after catching up, probably the best looking manga in the magazine right now, I must say.
One of them.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
One of them at least. Least.
Top, it's definitely
top 3 or 4
for sure.
High School Family Kokosei is definitely competing.
Oh, you're right.
That when the cat gets animated, oh, just you wait, man.
Forget it. It's over.
Like whenever there's a battle in this, it just looks like I'm flipping through the chapter right now, just like the armor and stuff. Like it's so
it
looks so good.
His art is incredible. Like his color pages are like hands down my absolute favorite. Like. Yeah, without a doubt.
I think the main thing talking about the point of getting lost with all the like the strategy and combat. In the moment, it makes sense to me. I think, and like it all is I think they explain it very well. Yeah. But when it comes to like a fight, I don't think I can ever remember the stakes of the fight. Like
no.
Like him defeating Shokan, I couldn't like remember for the life of me like why that was important. Like obviously it was important because of the characters and the writing made it really good and like engaging, but I couldn't remember like, are they securing a like route for something? Are they holding a line? I couldn't remember that part of it.
Yeah, like my brain's just like he just beat him. Woo 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 woo.
I was like, yeah, he stabbed his ass. Let's go.
I mean, I think that's that might be due to the fact that you guys have been like reading it week to week, like before me and Bo caught up on it, and me and Bo just like got straight through it, so we know like exactly what's going on. Because they've like basically explained the plan, like not that many chapters.
Well, I think I've been like half caught up and half reading weekly for a while now. Like I think it was like 30-ish chapters that were out, and then I got caught up, and I think that was about half and half.
Yeah, and I've been reading it since it's been coming out.
Yeah.
So
there you go. All right.
And Yozakura, which I'll just start us off on Yozakura because you've got the
I want to hear your thoughts on it.
So yeah, last week I started it and I was only 3 chapters in. Now I've been working through it more. I'm 53 chapters in. And it's great. I do love it. It surprised me way more than I thought. Anytime I looked at Yozakura, and especially obviously we talked about the whole like, oh my god, it's gonna be it's gonna be a creepy brother like romance, which is insane. But no, it surprised me in a lot of different ways. Its romance is sweet. My only gripe thus far is that it's just got a enormous cast that I can't keep up with. In 50 chapters, they've introduced so many characters and have said pretty much goodbye to so many characters, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's my only gripe. Other than that, it's a really cool series. The spy premise is awesome. I love it. And the art's amazing. Like it does a lot of things really great. It's definitely worth reading. It's quite enjoyable. But yeah, I'm not quite caught up with it. I'm looking forward to being caught up with it. But Trent,
I got caught up with it yesterday, and this last week's been crazy. There's been so many arcs that I've gone through. I know that it doesn't reach anywhere near like, and it never will. anywhere near like One Piece or Jujutsu Kaisen, but like it hits my taste so directly that I know that for a fact I'm going to look forward to this like every week.
Well,
as much as those series.
Who knows? Like, I think if it gets an anime, like an anime would help it so much.
It would help, but it's not gonna. It's not gonna hit the Jujutsu. No, because no one like. It really does remind me of like Reborn.
Oh, okay.
And you never hear anyone talk about Reborn. No one cares about that shit.
Hey, they're making a new anime.
Yeah, they are making a new anime.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? Dude, I kind of do.
I forgot it's getting a new anime. I said that I have a couple of friends that are like super into it. So they're not on Twitter though, so they didn't see the news. So I sent it to them and they're freaking out.
Yeah.
But
they're like, oh.
But yeah, I think it appeals more to like a niche kind of audience than Jujutsu Kaisen. It's not shonen enough to be something that everyone watches.
Not mainstream. Yeah.
Right.
That's funny. I almost think it's like less shonen, so I feel like it appeals to a wider audience, almost more Spy Family-esque.
I didn't
see, and so I think with an anime,
but I feel like a lot of people would see the creepy older brother thing and be like, because that's how I was.
Yeah, I think if it gets an anime, I think you'd see like a whole new face of audience. So I'd be curious to see how well it does with an with a wider audience.
You also have to think about like maybe it may not be super popuper over here yet, but it's probably almost definitely popular over in Japan because
it is color pages like
kind
almost
of in the
every.
middle. Yeah,
it's gotten color. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say is reading like 100 chapters in a week. The Weekly Shonen Jump rewarded me with an awesome color page this week. So
yeah, there you go.
Their color pages are always amazing. If like the art's really good, but like they really shine with their color pages. They're always so unique and awesome. It's amazing.
That's exciting.
Good stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to getting caught up with Yozakura. I hear only good things from Trent, and I have been thoroughly
I've been freaking out over it the whole last week. Aiden probably hasn't heard the end of it.
I have not heard the end of it. It's been Yozakura peak, Witch Watch mid. That's been the conversations with Trent all week.
I joined a call just to say Witch Watch sucks, Yozakura is awesome, and then left.
This is true. This is how it went down. But wow, super smartphone. Holy smokes. Key, you want to dive into your thoughts on super smartphone? You want to tell us what you thought?
I like the detective girl.
Yeah, we found
that's a girl, right?
What's her name? Nagi, I think.
Yeah, Nagi. She's super interesting. I'm excited to see like her coming to like action a little bit more because honestly, as much as I like the super smartphone and I like how these two are like going to go head to head, the fact that they introduced her as someone without the smartphone as like a middleman that's going to like participate in like a battle between the two, super interesting. I'm glad that they're throwing that element in there. Adding like an L-S character to our main character's Light Yagami, it's great. I don't have anything else to really say about it. I mean, super smartphone. I know everyone else here is enjoying it. And I think you guys have stuff that you'd rather say, like more stuff you want to say. So I'm just gonna leave it to you.
Yeah,
so.
I thought it was a good chapter. It kind of falls into the same trap that last week did, and I guess and when we look back at this in like 2 months, I think this is all going to be good. However, the past 2 chapters have been not focused on the main character at all. At all. This is a great chapter though with Nagi and finally seeing her, and I'm getting a little bit of her backstory. Obviously, they're setting up something that her dad did at some point. And then last chapter was all about Zenichiro, basically. So like, yeah, they're setting up other charers. It feels a little bit weird to be doing that this early, but I think a few weeks from now, a few months from now, it'll be worth it.
I think it'll definitely pay off very soon, for sure.
Yeah.
If not next chapter.
Yeah.
something we said last week was it feels like it's setting up the rules for the next battle almost.
Yeah.
So, and I think we kind of thought that battle was going to take place this chapter, but it got. I think the battle got more complicated than I think we thought.
Yeah.
So then they had to introduce this character and all of her motivations in order to kind of get a feel for everyone's motivation in this next upcoming battle, which is hopefully next chapter. It would be really weird if it wasn't.
Yeah, no, I like this chapter like super interests me. Obviously we get so much backstory on this new character. I really, really like Nagi. She's awesome. Like I was worried she'd be very much like Al, but she's almost like very like not like I was worried that like with the series already being compared to Death Note, this would just be a further comparison. I feel like she's already destroyed that mold.
She's very erratic.
Yeah, which is excitable.
When L is more like laid back and chilling to himself. Yeah.
And so I feel like she's kind of broken that mold already of like being like worrisome, like this series being compared to Death Note. This is already very much standing on its own. And,
she has something to prove. Elle didn't need to prove anything.
Yeah,
and
he
was already the best.
Exactly. So it inherently kind of makes her interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously the end of this chapter, which do correct me if I'm wrong. So I thought I had this little like mini, I guess, theory in my head, that she obviously, I feel like Q's intention is to work with her, or something. Yeah. And with her already almost discovering that they're using some sort of technology that's way beyond the technology they have, I feel like she's gonna come to her own conclusion that the smartphones exist, which I think is within the rules. They can't tell anybody about the smartphone, but what if someone discovers it on their own?
Right. I almost feel like it was like a how would you feel about JoJo's spoilers, I guess?
Which part?
Part 4.
Oh, okay.
But almost like a Kiryu Yoshikage kind of thing where maybe Q tricks the other guy into telling her about smartphones.
Oh.
Which I don't think the other guy's that stupid, but I feel like that could be something that happens.
I feel like I could see that happening. That's interesting. That's a really interesting thought. But yeah, I think it's something along that vein where she'll kind of discover the smartphone on her own and she'll work with Q. I think that'll be like she'll be kind of like Q's like police connection, because that's what he said. He's like he's got the thugs, he wants the police.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
So
I think this is
like it's like a Batman and Gordon type relationship almost.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I think this was great setup. I'm excited for next chapter. I've been very thoroughly enjoying Super Smartphone.
Guys, Akane-Banashi.
Let's talk about it.
We got Jugen.
We got it. We got
Jugen. We got Jugen.
I thought it was gonna be another chapter, so we got it.
No, last chapter I was so sure. I was like, this is it.
Yeah,
like, I
think last chapter started off with her starting.
She was on the stage, and this was a good chapter. This was thoroughly enjoyable. Everyone had like a great reaction to her performance, which was super excitable, except for of course her rivals. But we've already narrowed it down. It is them three, and those are our targets in this, which is interesting.
Real quick, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the other guy like the pupil of the main Rakugo teacher, like the old guy? Wasn't he also participating in the contest?
He was not. He was the host.
Yeah,
he's the host. Okay.
Yeah. So he wasn't participating, but he was there, and he kind of gave insight to the other competitors that she wasn't like, because they all reacted like, oh, he knows her, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I remember they had that kind of reaction where they were surprised that someone in Rakugo knew someone that wasn't an actor or someone that did something else previously.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I feel like he would have won. Because he isn't performing Jugen.
So I was saying, like, I didn't see him in the lineup of like other people towards the end of the chapter. So I'm like, wait, did he not participate? I'm glad you guys confirmed that because I could not remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, good chapter.
It's a good chapter.
I'm satisfied.
We got it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see, because she has to perform Jugum twice.
Yeah, and she said she didn't do like the full story this one.
Right.
So
I'm excited to see people's reaction to her doing the same story again.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't it be crazy if you changed it slightly? Sorry. Wouldn't it be great if you like changed it slightly for her second performance? And like, oh wait, this isn't the same.
No, she is doing that. That's what she is doing. She's like gonna do the full story, like the one where where
people drown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the setup for that. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I like how they were like talking like how is she gonna do this? How is she gonna nuance this? And then she just says it as fast as possible.
Yeah.
No, that was good. Then I was like, wait a second.
I'm like, obviously this is a mega hit already. Like people are floored by Akane-Banashi. I can't wait to see this animated. I know this is gonna be getting an anime at some point or another. I'm excited to see this animated. I feel like this will be hilarious.
It feels like a hard anime to produce.
Yeah.
You gotta find out if the voice actress can do Jugem now.
Yeah, that's a prerequisite for getting hired.
Yeah. Yeah, so that'll be a fun one. And PPP. You guys want to kick us off?
And Did anyone get caught up, or I know Key is.
So.
I have not read it.
Okay.
But I'm fine with spoilers because I don't know anything yet. So.
pretty interesting chapter. I was expecting more conflict with I think his name's Fanta, with the other brother.
Fanta,
but we got more insight to another one of his siblings that we haven't seen before. So
yeah.
And he's also pretty antagonistic. So it's interesting. This seems like the main character, Lucky, is going to have... This is, like, his hardest thing yet. And it's really... Like, the other things were things that he was already kind of good at, and he just had to, like, unlock one thing. But the problems that he's facing right now are stuff that it really seems like it's a big blocker for him, and it's not going to be something that he just unlocks super easily. He's going to have to work for it.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see... Do you have any other thoughts, Key?
I mean, I don't think there's a whole lot for me to say. This was mostly just like a chapter setting up for like their showdown or whatever, their big performance thing, which I'm really excited to see. Like, it's like a tournament of pianists almost, which is something that Akane-Banashi is doing as well. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see those two doing it side by side.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see like who else joins his team though. Do you think it's going to be like some of his siblings, or do you think it's going to just be like some people he's known already?
The end, they showed off the other sibling, like the first sibling that he, I guess, like.
Yeah. No, they showed off what's his name?
Starts with an R. I forget.
Yeah, I forget. It's
But so I'm sure he's going to help out, but I think it was almost setting up a confrontation between him and his siblings, which we haven't really seen yet. So.
Reijiro. That's
Reijiro. Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see Reijiro kind of confront his siblings, because he's kind of like Lucky, where he doesn't really agree with them at all. So
yeah,
seeing him and Lucky kind of battle this out together is going to be exciting. Also, they brought in the orchestra, so Lucky has to figure out how to play with other people instead of just alone.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, PPPP. So pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. That's a good one. Blue Box. This was quite the chapter. I'm actually very interested in this chapter.
They pulled off a sports manga chapter. It was pretty good.
They did a really good sports manga chapter, and Taiki had a whole meltdown essentially, and broke his nutsack. Like,
too many bitches.
Dude, a whole ass like
did a whole split.
He did. Oh yeah, he did bust his balls.
Yeah, no.
What doesn't know what we're talking about?
No idea what's going on.
No.
Well, just know that he can't have kids anymore.
Okay.
So.
No, I think this will be. This is definitely an interesting setup chapter. I thought it was very interesting for him to reflect on pretty much everything that's happened and like his emotions, and then get very, very frustrated on the court. I feel like you just don't see that with him. I feel like he's normally like very calm, well kept, level headed, and you finally kind of like. I feel like everything's kind of starting to crack under him, which makes sense. You've got so much in between you, and I feel like that's just like that was gonna happen. I was surprised it hadn't happened already. And then kind of like didn't really think about it, and it's like interesting to see that he's almost like buckling under the pressure, which is interesting. Because Taiki just didn't feel like the character would do it.
Yeah, and I think it kind of showed like this chapter is a really good example of how Blue Box uses its sports aspect to not really talk about sports, but instead kind of show off how the characters are feeling.
Yeah, like it's a really
like when Chinatsu lost the nationals.
Yeah,
it wasn't really about her losing nationals. It was about her being
so under pressure,
so unsure, and so under pressure. And same thing with Taiki right now. He's so confused by his feelings with Chinatsu and Hina that he can't even focus on the game that he's playing right in front of him.
Yeah, and it shows, which is really, really beautiful. Like I think it's gorgeous. Like I love how much he does it and how well he does it. It's amazing. Very, very impressive series. I'm so impressed by Blue Box. Kiani,
I'm sorry. I keep
Any
on messing
food
with
for
my.
thought? You're good.
I can't. Like, I got out of the shower this morning. I didn't do anything with it. Now I'm just like, I don't like how it's looking. So I keep on messing with this. Fuck. Fuck. Sorry to interrupt. Keep going.
You're good. No, any thoughts on Blue Box this week?
Well, he was going back to, like you said, a couple of his memories from the past few chapters. We got to see some, like, my favorite panels again, like the one with Yonatsu, like, at the beach, and they have, like, they're sharing the cake and stuff. All that stuff with Hina, and it was good. It was a good chapter. But you know what? Who was it that he thought of first?
He did think of Hina first.
No.
Hina's winning.
Hina stay winning. Let's go. I'm just kidding, but like, good chapter.
He also had the moment where he was like, I wasn't unhappy when she confessed. Like,
yeah.
Like, he's definitely thinking about it.
No, for sure. Also him going, who do I think I am is kind of crazy. Like, which is like, who does he think he is? I guess we'll have to find out next week or in the coming weeks.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
He's gonna. I feel like there's gonna be definitely like one of those moments where they rush him to the
ER.
School nurse or the ER. He actually did bust his balls. And either Hina or Chinatsu's gonna run to the scene, and we'll see. We'll see who comes to his aid first. Because I feel like that's just like definitely a romance. That also is gonna be probably be a thing. But yeah, Mashle, Key. Kick us off with Mashle. You've been reading Mashle like crazy. I don't even. Are you caught up now?
This guy's going crazy.
I'm caught up. Yeah, I've been caught up for a little while now. But that took up like most of my week, just getting caught up with it, and then started on Witch Watch. But Mashle's been great. Like genuinely, it's slowly becoming my favorite in the magazine. It's at least top 3, right?
Oh, it's terrific. Yeah.
I am so shocked it doesn't have an anime yet, dude.
Yeah, I think it's bound for it soon. I think it's bound for it soon. Maybe it just wanted to get a sense of direction. I'm sure there's probably a billion offers under its belt right now.
Probably, but like, it is so good. It feels like we're in the end game already, and it's like,
oh yeah, no.
Where are you at?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna talk. We'll avoid talking too heavily spoilers for this one.
Because obviously you guys need to read it because it's
I'm getting caught up. I read the first 3 chapters last night, and 2 years ago I must have been on some like heavy drugs because I was reading those first like 3 chapters. I was dying laughing. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
So like, for me to like 2 years ago read the first 2 chapters and be like, this sucks, and I'm gonna not read it is crazy to me.
Wild.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
That's definitely interesting. But yeah, no, Mashle has been amazing. It is now like really entering its final arc. We're seeing all these crazy fights with the Divine Visionaries finally coming to play. Just kind of continuing off of last chapter, which has been enjoyable. I can't wait to see Mash come into play. We now have some more conflict with Mash and that, but
dude, Mash is straight up. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we'll just kind of see how that goes. I don't know where you were going with that, so like I was like, no. But
I'm just gonna make a reference.
All right. I thought you were just gonna be like, yeah, Mashes, and spoil the whole chapter. I was like, Key, scaring the hell out of me.
Mash got Gear 5. It's crazy.
No way, dude.
Yeah, no.
Trent, stop! You'll spoil stuff for Trent.
Come on, Trent, you're spoiling it.
For Trent. But yeah, no, it's been good. I'm excited. For what's to come in Mashle. It's excellent.
You guys seriously need to get caught up so we can talk about like Mashle for real.
Maybe
okay. After high school family, I'll target.
All right, for sure.
Aliens area.
Let's talk about Aliens area. Second chapter. So these are the important thoughts. I feel
if this chapter taught us anything, because last week we were kind of like wondering like, okay, is this gonna be a standard battle manga? I mean, they said it was gonna be a shonen battle manga. This is a shonen battle manga. Yeah. Like this is to its core. This is just a battle chapter. I thought that was good.
I thought it was quite enjoyable. I think there's not too much to take away than it being a battle manga, showing off the other characters' abilities, and then very interesting that he was kind of like the aliens kind of dogged on him. He was like, man, you don't know what doing. You don't know how to use this technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't expecting. I was expecting more of the abilities to be maybe like augmentations, like the first guy, like the main character's like arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've lost Trent.
He's gone. He'll be back. He'll be back.
He'll be back in just one moment. Go for it, Key.
Okay, so when it comes to Aliens area, it's going the route that I thought it would, where it's like Men in Black, they're like investigating. But if the first chapter was an introduction into this world, and this second chapter is basically like, okay, you're in this world, now here's what you're gonna do. That's basically all that this chapter was. It's just them telling him what he's gonna be doing for the
And then
rest.
he takes the job at the
He
end.
takes a job.
Basically, just accepts the job. Yeah, it's basically like, hi, welcome to McDonald's. You will be shuffling fries. For the
Yeah,
rest
this
of
is
your
what
life.
you will be doing.
Yeah.
That's what you'll be doing. Get ready.
It's like, I'll take the job, but just to pay for his siblings. And I think that's really cute. He's looking out for his younger siblings, and that's really gonna like kind of tug at the heartstrings of the Shonen Jump editors. Oh, we can't kick this guy out. He's gonna know about the family. And that's what's gonna keep him in there ultimately, because it's gonna be like a Demon Slayer situation where he's gonna be doing this for his younger siblings, right?
Yeah.
Not a whole lot else to take away from it because it's still just a setup chapter, but
Yeah, kind of
Doing
unrelated to the second chapter in particular, but I did a video of this on my manga channel, and someone commented like, "Oh, please, not another series with high schoolers." Him being in high school has nothing. It doesn't even matter. He's basically him being in high school literally means nothing.
No,
like
he's
so
literally
irrelevant.
acting as someone's parent, essentially.
Yeah,
two children's parents.
He's an adult.
Yeah, he's got more responsibilities than worry about school. So
Yeah.
definitely like a fully grown adult here.
I don't think this is important to the story, but something I was curious about is like, so are his like little brothers and sisters going to get their mind erased? Like, and then how does he take care of them after that?
That's a good point.
That's a good question. Yeah.
It's like keeping a secret identity or something. That'd be
Like, I don't think the manga is going to really touch on that much, but
I definitely could see.
I was curious.
Could see it touching on it a bit, because it's obviously important that he's raising his siblings, and so I think that'll come into play. And yeah, no, I have a lot of hope for Aliens Area. It's still obviously very young to tell, but I've got a lot of hope for it. I like this style.
It was a very safe chapter.
I like the art. I like the action. It's cool. I'm looking forward to it.
The art is definitely the biggest selling point for me as well. But without further ado, me and Roboco.
Yeah, Key and Roboco.
Hear
I
it.
like it.
Key and Roboco, basically, right? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have no idea what. The ranking doesn't actually reflect this week's chapter, but I have no idea why this would be anywhere near the top of the magazine.
It was low last week, wasn't it? Like 13.
It was like kind of middle-ish,
Yeah.
right? This chapter was fucking stupid.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. It was the title should tell it all. Pudding and the free for all, right? They basically just there's no words exchanged for like the entire chapter until like the very end. It's literally just them doing rock paper scissors over and over again for a cup of pudding. That's it.
Okay. All right.
That's literally it.
Hilarious.
Gag manga at its finest, apparently.
Gag manga. Woo. Oh, and then at the end,
they exerted themselves with the cosplay chapter.
He just gives the cup of. At the end, a girl spills her pudding, and the main character just like kind of eats it off the ground and gives her his fresh pudding they just won. He eats it off the ground. It's fucking weird. All right.
A work of art.
Truly, Roboco getting an
That's
anime.
it. Nothing
anime.
else to say about Roboco.
Okay, I'm gonna dip while you guys talk about Sakamoto and Jujutsu Kaisen. Call me
Go
back
for
in.
See you as well, Key.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You
get out of here.
You don't read Sakamoto. Get out of here. Get out of here.
A little rude, Aiden.
No, I was being polite. Man,
Yeah,
what
sure.
a chapter. What a chapter.
I'm so excited to see this new girl again.
She's awesome. I thought she was a really awesome character.
Yeah.
Her, I don't know why. The funniest thing of her being lost in the JCC, it's like obviously being lost in a new school is like super relatable.
Oh, I've
That's
done it every new school that
yeah,
I'm in.
I'm always like super lost, and always had to break into a class at like super late, which is always funny. I love that. So relatable and quirky Sakamoto Days.
And then she just gets shot at by the
she
teacher.
gets shot at, and then she's about to get stabbed, which I really like the setup for the JCC. Obviously now Sakamoto going undercover as a teacher, as his wife, which would kind of been hype if his actual wife showed up, but obviously it wouldn't have made too much sense.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's crazy. Like, I thought we were gonna get like some insight that his wife was like an ex-assassin. I was like, no way.
yeah. No, I was like, okay, this is gonna be nuts, which is like, wasn't as good as I had hoped, but it was still funny. I like that it.
I'm wondering, how did they get him not in like his fat form? Because they established like a couple arcs ago that he can't use his slimmed down version anymore because the what's her face blocked his like key. So is that just like a part of the disguise, or did
I feel like it's a part of the disguise. I think just because of Nagumo.
Right.
But yeah, no, it was a good chapter. I enjoyed it. There isn't like a crazy lot to say.
No.
Because it's pretty much just what happened. Her blocking the knife was hype, and then Sakamoto coming in and literally just.
I thought did Sakamoto block the knife?
I know. I'm pretty. I
because I see you see her arm up, but then you also see Sakamoto's arm coming in.
Yeah, I think she blocked the knife, and then Sakamoto just smacked the hell out of it.
Oh, okay.
That was my assumption. That was what I took from it. But yeah, no, it was a really
I think that makes
chapter.
more sense.
I'm excited to see more of the JCC. Also, shouldn't be attending. Not Shin. Shouldn't he be there? I feel like
well, he might not have the same class, so like it's not weird that we didn't see him, but it is like narratively, I guess, a little weird we didn't see him at all.
Yeah, yeah, that's about it. That was about it.
Yep.
It was fun. Sakamoto Days is good. Let's call Key back in for Jujutsu Kaisen. He's already on it.
Yeah.
All right. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Crazy ass chapter.
Crazy chapter.
I mean, we got a lot of the same sort of.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the chapter was the same,
except for
the crazy ass. We have not talked about Sukuna for fucking ages.
Yeah, I know. It feels like it's been a
year. For him to get name dropped out of the blue is like actually fucking insane.
So and I'm like, maybe I'm just stupid, but we'll start off first off by like the beginning of the chapter. Let's talk about the fight, because the fight was good. Yeah. I felt like the fight was definitely better. I think but the ability is still a little confusing, but there was enough action and enough was happening where I was like, okay, he's winning. That's what I'm seeing happening right now. He's beating the shit. It's happening. I don't like it just like he got I don't know. It's still his ability is still very confusing, but it still seemed like he was winning. So I was like, okay, whatever's happening is good.
They definitely set it up to where, because he got the 4 minutes of invincibility.
Yeah.
So they definitely set it up to where if he doesn't finish the fight within that 4 minutes, he's going to lose. But,
yeah.
I think he'll pull through. It would be weird for Panda to have that crazy ass moment a couple chapters ago, and then he comes in and then also loses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
but
that would be a very gagey thing to do. Just low expectations.
It would be crazy because we've also been like anticipating this guy being in the fight for like a really long time.
And his first fight, and he just like actually gets decimated. That'd be awful.
Or second fight technically, but the first one didn't count because it was shitty.
Especially after how out of the way Itadori went to go recruit him. That'd be nuts. But no. What a chapter. Especially the ending. What the hell? That was insane. So they flash to the past?
Yeah, they flash to the past to the main bad guy from the Shibuya arc.
Yeah. So that was him in a prior body before he took over Ghettos, which is crazy.
And then
her ancestor. The girl.
Oh, is that what that was?
I assumed, because he had the same kind of lightning thing. That's what I assumed.
That makes way more sense. I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
That does make sense, because aren't they both trying to go after Sukuna also?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so she's asking about Sukuna.
Yeah, so that's gotta be like a bloodline thing. Like it's a deep pager like rooted in her family or something. That'd be kind of cool.
That makes that chapter way better in my mind, because I thought they just stopped the fight and then just talked about Sukuna for no reason. Which, talking about Sukuna's hype, but just in the middle of a fight,
Yeah.
right before like a big moment. So I see now that it's like doing its shonen flashback thing.
Yeah, I
So,
figured it was her. I figured it was her ancestor. He kind of looked the same, and then like with the hair and everything, and then the ability it seemed the same.
It's like a way back ancestor too, because it just went back to like straight up old time,
like 400 years ago.
Yeah.
Which was cool. No, it was really cool. It was a really cool chapter. It was like super interesting. I was like, okay, this is like, I hear you, Jujutsu Kaisen. I hear you.
I'm sorry, but I feel like I'm in the minority here. But when I just want them to go back to Utah.
Oh yeah,
what?
No, not at all.
I just want them to go back to Utah, please. God, that was the best. That was the most hype chapters. Was with him and all the fights he was doing.
I feel like it's been forever since we've seen.
Something else that's crazy is the last time we saw Fushiguro, he was getting picked up by the angel lady.
Oh, that's right.
We have no idea what's going on with that.
Yeah.
Also, Maki just killed her whole family, and
like we haven't seen that in like what 40-something chapters.
They all want Maki again, dude.
Nobara's dead.
Like
Nobara's still.
There's so much that they haven't touched on in like I feel like forever. And that's just I feel like due to the colon game just being so crazy in manner. But yeah, no, it was a good chapter in Jujutsu Kaisen this week. It was great.
Trying to pick it up again, KJK.
Yeah.
Good job. Keep it up.
It's like it's been battle, so it's kind of been a little bit mindless, but yeah, no, this has been good.
Yeah.
I think that is a little bit of Jujutsu Kaisen's fault of like when we're reading it weekly. I think it like loses a lot of that bingeable charm because I loved it the most when I was binging it, and then like bi-weekly.
Binging Shibuya arc was like
terrific. It was
mind
insane,
blowing.
Yeah, I think I also would have lost my mind if I had to wait weekly. Like that would have been awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was really, really good. Let's bring Bo back in, and Trent, you want to talk about the end of
end of Wano. It's crazy. Kaido's coming back. He's he's a straw hat.
I was waiting for the message.
Yeah.
Kaido's a straw hat. It's crazy.
All right.
Yamato's dead.
What?
Yeah, crazy chapter, right, Trent? All right.
High School Family Kokosei's got a tie-in. It's crazy.
All right. We have to talk about the best series.
All right. Yeah.
We have
Bo,
to talk about One Piece.
Kick us off, Bo. Kick us off.
Is Trent muted? Can you hear us? Yeah, no.
I was gonna say.
So not only do we have to talk about the chapter, obviously, we are in the final arc of One Piece.
So yeah, we got the news.
The biggest news.
We got the news just a little bit ago that the break, we're now getting a hiatus, and that hiatus is leading into the final arc of all of One Piece. Also, someone said this is the only time he's ever taken a hiatus this long since the 2-year
Fishman Island. Yeah, he took a month then. Over the 25 years now? Yeah, he's taken 2 month-long breaks the entire time. That's it.
Huh? This man's crazy. I didn't know
This man's insane.
I knew he was crazy. I did not know he was that crazy.
If you think about it, this is how I'm starting to see it, right? This means that like One Piece is going to be broken up into basically a three-part story, right? Because you have pre-time skip, 2-year time skip, and then you're going to have after this 1 month break, like the final arc, right?
Yeah.
So what if we get like another time skip just because of this? Not even like a very long one, but like a little short one, like maybe a couple months or something. Maybe Luffy masters his form or something like that.
Yeah. But also at the same time, I think there's so much happening right now. We won't know if there will be a time skip until like literally the chapter before the hiatus.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's next chapter, right?
That is next chapter.
That is. We get 2 more chapters, then it goes on break. Yeah.
I think we just get 1 more, don't we? Like we get 1 more and then it's on break.
Well, this one and
this one and then
yeah.
This chapter was absolutely loaded.
There's so much to talk about.
So much happened.
What do we talk about first, gentlemen? Like, where do we even begin?
Well, okay, this is. I guess I'm gonna start with this just because I think it's the most exciting thing, even though it's not gonna happen until next chapter. Bounties. We're getting bounties.
We are getting bounties, which is huge.
Next week, confirmed. Green Bull.
Which is huge. Let's just talk about like the biggest win in all of One Piece yet. Hawkins is dead. Let's go. Thank you.
Out of nowhere, I didn't see that. Because this chapter's set like a week later, right? And then you just see Hawkins under like the tree or whatever, and he's just dying. Yeah, it's like,
like
wait, what?
See you, Hawkins.
Man,
You're the worst character to show up in One Piece for a long time.
Dang, you guys really hated him.
Now it's just gonna be a poo. That's my only other guy who I was like,
Get a poo out of here. Come on, get out of here.
Have him just collapse and die. That's all you.
I mean, I kind of preferred Hawkins to Drake, and Drake's still alive.
No, Hawkins the worst. I don't know about you, but Hawkins was the worst, man.
Out of the worst generation, I did not think Hawkins was the worst.
No, I was like, no. When it came to Wano, I was like, if I were to actually strangle a One Piece character with my bare hands, it'd be Hawkins.
Over a poo?
Apu was next.
Over Apu, I don't know.
Apu was next in line. It wasn't far off.
I thought when you guys were talking about the biggest W, I thought you were going to talk about how we got like the straight up hot springs scene. Everyone's fucking buck ass naked. Yamato with titties out. Like...
Yeah, dude. Sanji in the back room, absolutely dead. I'm looking at the panda right now. I love Naked Brook.
Naked Brook is really good.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that was just causing a stir all over Twitter, just because like Yamato confirmed transgender or something.
I've never seen a One Piece spoiler. I've been very thankful to avoid it.
She was trending worldwide.
That was the first time I saw something on my timeline. I'm like, huh? Which is, I was like, you know what? Thank God it wasn't something else. At least it was not something like in the prior chapters. Thankfully.
Good thing it wasn't something that mattered.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
This has been this whole debate. Like, okay, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah, it's not a big deal. No. I was not.
This is our party chapter.
Yeah, this is our party chapter. Obviously, via Luffy and Zoro screaming "me" and then booze. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Having the party.
Awesome. It's so nice to see them just relaxing again. It's been 150 chapters of nonstop action.
It's been so long, and also for them to have good food as well. Like especially with Wano. I love the bit where Momonosuke jumped onto Nami, and she was like, what the hell?
No, it's hard to get scale in this chapter, but this man's like 8 feet tall. I think Momonosuke's like huge. I guess he's the same height as Odin probably was.
Yeah, he definitely is.
So man's a giant.
Yeah, Yamato putting the plate on his head. I thought that was funny as well.
Oh yeah.
Lots of good jokes. It was adorable. It's so nice to just relax with the crew again. It feels like it's been ages.
Yeah, I will say because everybody, okay, so like the whole discourse of One Piece, like the past few weeks has been like, okay, it feels like things are kind of moving too fast now, especially with the confirmation that we're getting the final arc, starting with 10:55, I guess.
There's just a lot of stuff going around right now.
Yeah, there's just a lot, but I will say, I mean, it was nice to see them relaxing. This isn't the party I was expecting. This is basically just the Straw Hats partying. I was expecting like Skypiea, like everybody having like I guess that was kind of like what the festival was to begin with.
Yeah.
So like it would be kind of weird to do another party, but
they did say that they're gonna keep the festival going, so keep up the decorations.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, they're no longer they're calling them new Emperors of the Sea, which will be interesting because we already kind of have a good idea of who it'll be.
Do we?
I mean, we know that Luffy's
going to be
one.
Yeah, Luffy's one of them. I think I don't know. Go ahead, Aiden. I'm gonna hear.
I just think it's Luffy, Kid, and Law. Like that's my immediate like.
But what if they were to only keep it to 4? Because like they were trying to like remember back when Luffy was being like rumored to be like the 5th Yonko, the 5th Emperor of the Sea.
Yeah.
And they said, and the Admiral was like, no, there's only 4. Luffy's not one of them. He's not that big a deal. But now Luffy straight up took down 2 of them.
Yeah.
With the help of Kinlaw, and Kinlaw. If they were to include that, it'd be the 5 Yonkos.
Yeah.
Great stuff.
If anyone, Law. I think Law above Kid for sure.
I would agree with that. However,
but yeah, don't let me speak. Go for it.
Yeah, okay. I think the obvious one is Law in my opinion.
Yeah.
Kid would be cool too, but one of my friends pointed out to me. I guess it was like a big upvoted post on Reddit. One of the Jaya volume arts from back when I guess it was when Blackbeard was first introduced. It has Blackbeard, Shanks, Luffy, and Buggy on it in like 4 corners. So people are like, wait, what if Buggy becomes an emperor?
Saw that on Twitter.
It's absolutely something Oda would do.
This
man weaseled his way to, so I would not be surprised if Buggy is the 4th emperor. Luffy's obviously the other one though. Like,
However, on that same cover, I don't know if you saw it, but there was also a goat in the middle of the cover. Another name for a goat is a Kid. So Kid is the 5th Yonko.
That's crazy.
Maybe. But if Buggy becomes an emperor, I will be so happy.
That'd be hilarious.
That'd be really, really great.
And I completely forgot this happened. A new admiral that we were teased a while ago.
He was in Dressrosa. He was the admiral that we never saw.
He was teased at Fujitora, had a conversation with him, but he was never shown off. And now we're going to see him. In
Wano.
In Wano, is he going to be like Fujitora, or is he going to be like the rest of the admirals, and we're going to fucking hate him? We will see. This is going to be interesting.
He's going to stir up some shit, dude, because they just got done this fight. Like, oh, God.
Exactly. I'm looking at the chapter. I thought they mentioned a Buster call, but I guess not. I guess that was someone speculating. But yeah, I mean, he's coming to Wano. They're just going to roll right into it. I think we're going to get bounties next chapter, and then I'm assuming they're all going to find out about what's going on with Sabo and all that, and then we'll go from there.
God, I need to know what's happening. It's been so long. He's my favorite character.
It's been like 100 chapters since then, huh? Since we found him.
Longer than that. Yeah, no, it's crazy. There's just so much to uncover. I feel like this is a huge step forward. It's so good to be with the crew again. Also, gotta have the great Frankie moment. Everyone flipping over General Frankie, thought it was so cool. Absolutely love that. That was so cool. So cool.
Yeah.
What do you two think? So, I mean, the obvious, like, people are always saying, okay, we're going to Elbaf next, then Lodestar, then Laugh Tale. Do you guys think we're going to Elbaf? Because, and I guess this goes into like a bigger thing. The fact that we're in the final arc, are Big Mom and Kaido just gone? Actually, I think they're actually gone. I think they're just out. By the way that they're talking about this being the final arc, I think they are just out of the story. So I don't know if going to Elbaf. I mean, obviously Usopp needs to go to Elbaf to meet the Giants, but like, I don't know.
What if they split up again? Like I said, another time skip. Usopp could go to Elbaf. Zoro could stay in Wano for a little bit, get some training done. Everybody just gets ready for like another big fight. Something like that could happen.
Yeah, I really don't know. I'm just so torn. I feel like there's so many things that could happen from here, and Oda's just a wild card, so it could be none of those things. It could be insane. We never know.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's truly. I feel like there's definitely so many cards up in the air for what really could be happening next. So I'm not sure. I don't really have a.
We are in the end game.
We are absolutely in the end
game. It actually feels like something's happened. Yeah, it feels like we're really getting there now. So fantastic chapter.
That was a great
chapter. Trent back in here.
Yeah, let's kind of wrap up this episode.
Trent
back. Trent.
He's coming. Oh yeah, my hero on break this week, by the way. So
my hero was on break.
I don't get my alone time with Bo.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't get my 7 minutes in heaven.
Whoa. I thought we were talking about my hero here, man. I don't.
Since we're wrapping up, do we just go over like some other little news? Because I have a couple things I'd like to talk about.
We can talk about a couple of things.
Bo, I know you're going to be pretty hyped for this because, I mean, it just got confirmed like the new extra chapter of Dr. Stone's in like the July 4th issue of Weekly Shonen Jump that's coming up. And we're getting the new like anime that's coming.
Wait, a chapter? Wait. Whoa.
A chapter.
I missed this.
I missed this too. What the hell?
You guys didn't know about this? It's like a special extra chapter of Dr. Stone. Awesome. It's coming like on July 4th.
I knew we were getting the Ryusui special anime thing.
Yeah, the Ryusui special is happening too.
We're getting a chapter?
We're getting a chapter.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday to me. Okay.
Bo's gonna be like holding on to that. Like, he's
that's not well because now because One Piece is going on hiatus for a little bit for a month. That's my next thing. I'm waiting for Doctor. Awesome. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Making my day.
Yeah, that's sick. Also huge news. I'm sure everyone's heard if they haven't already. But Berserk will be returning, which is actually nuts.
Yeah.
Like
fucking insane.
That was the craziest night because that dropped as well as the One Piece final arc news at the same time. And I went on Twitter and I was just like, whoa.
Dude,
it's like two giants just came strolling in.
Yeah,
plus the week before, Hunter x Hunter coming back. So
and the week before.
What is going on?
And then Vinland Saga anime for me.
There you go.
Good shit. I'm excited for the anime. I'm anime only for that right now, so I'm excited for it.
Vinland Saga is insane. That was nuts. That's another series that might be ending really soon.
Another news that I almost forgot about, I'm glad I remembered, was if you read Jump like 2-3 years ago, there's a series called Ghost Rider Time Paradox, which is some of the best 14 chapters you'll ever read.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know, I've been watching YouTube videos about it, and apparently YouTubers aren't as into it as I was.
I enjoyed it. I quite enjoyed it.
But I really liked it.
14 chapters.
And the mangaka duo that made that are coming back for a one-shot in Jump Plus. So I'm excited to see more from them. They're on my list of like new mangakas that I hope come out with a series that performs well.
Yeah. No,
for sure.
I definitely look forward to it. I look forward to their work. That was that was such an amazing little series. It was crazy that it got canceled so fast, but even getting canceled, it has a nice little ribbon on it with a nice little ending, which is.
I think Jump Plus might also be a better environment for them than Weekly Shonen Jump,
which is crazy because Ghost Rider Paradox is literally about Weekly Shonen Jump, which is kind of funny. But no, I'm excited for that for sure. If you didn't hear, Oshinoko has been announced to get an anime. The other manga by Akasaka, who makes Love is War, which is kind of crazy. So now he's going to have 2 ongoing anime at the very same time, which is cool. Because both of his manga are ongoing, now 2 ongoing anime. Nuts. I'm trying to think of any other anime and manga news. Dandadan's still really good every week. Oh yeah, Reborn anime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dandadan's good every week.
Don't forget Trigun. Trigun's getting.
Oh yeah, Trigun. Yeah.
Trigun's getting an anime. Holy fuck, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's like my top 10. That's literally number 10 on my top 10 list that I have.
Yeah, man, it's great. I'm hyped for it.
Trigun's so good. It's if you like Cowboy Bebop, just whichever most people do. So if you like Cowboy Bebop, Trigun is.
You just got that in your haul the other day, didn't you, Bo? Trigun?
Yeah, I got the complete series on DVD.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Yeah,
I can rewatch that. Yeah. Not news, but I just want to say, if anybody here is a fan of Dragon Ball, don't go on Twitter. There are so many spoilers. The entire movie has been spoiled on Twitter because I think it's not a fan. Dude, it looks bonkers. I don't know. So if you don't want Dragon Ball superhero spoilers, patiently wait and don't go online until is it coming out in September here? I think.
August.
So yeah, don't go online until then.
Good luck. Shit.
That's what happens, bro. Do you know how hard it is to avoid spoilers for an anime movie that came out in Japan only? You have to wait like 3 or 4 months.
I feel like we should be at the point with Dragon Ball where like this doesn't happen though. No. I feel like it should be closer to release, dude.
It should be, but no, like you guys know, like I'm a fan of like quintessential quintuplets, right? I've just been avoiding the manga spoilers and everything else for so fucking long because I'm trying not to spoil who he ends up with, right? Me and Evie have been like avoiding it altogether. But it's so hard to just not go on Twitter and then see people talking about it. I'm like, no, block.
Block, mute. Yeah.
Mute words going crazy.
Yeah. So if you talk about quintessential quintuplets before the movie comes out in America, then I'm sorry, but you are gone. You're blocked. Goodbye.
Yeah. Right. No new series next week, so it's all just fresh chapters of all these series. I'm excited to see next week. Always good issue. Next week is 28, or 29. Yeah, 29 next week. This is 28.
So we get one more One Piece, and then we're on a 1-month break, which is gonna leave a big gap in the magazine for me. But
it's gonna be just talking about all the smaller stuff now.
More to catch up on other stuff like Sakamoto Days.
Yeah,
Bo?
for sure.
Natural first.
Natural first.
I already made the promise. I already made the promise.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
Well, in that case, me and Bo will probably be caught up with Mashle next week then.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know. 100 chapters in 1 week. I might be like half.
That's a lot.
It took me a week and a half to get
so.
through. It took me a week and a half for Yozakura family, so I
might
get there, but it'll be close.
Oh, I'm like almost at 100 chapters in Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is still good. I'm afraid. I think he just finished his first one. He's now working on the second chapter now.
Yeah.
I think. So who knows when we'll be seeing this in the magazine?
I'm reading that eventually.
I'm horrified for like sometime in the next week or so, and I'm like only like 100 chapters in, and it's just like Hunter x Hunter will be in the magazine next week. And I'm like,
wait, there's 4 chapters, right?
I think.
What if they perfectly put it in where Oda's absence is for 4 weeks? They could actually do that. But better hurry up, Aiden.
I'll be like,
gotta go.
I could just spend like 1 or 2 days and I'll just like
shit.
Just binge the whole thing.
Everybody just gets a call and starts reading Hunter x Hunter like right there. Guys, we need to do it. Go.
All out of work, guys.
All right. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to wrap up the episode, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
See you guys in issue 29. Thank you guys for watching.
We'll be back with the Manga Panel Podcast every single Sunday. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Later. Bye.